Holy crap, polearm training allows you to wield polearms and to wield them with a shield equipped. While the polearm is equipped, your melee abilities have 2 yards increased range. What's up, Cordy? Look at the... Man, this character's crazy, man. It's weird that they have the axe training and the mace training. It's because, you know, you see these things, you're like, oh, this is cool. Let's go with increase... Wait, let's not... I'm just wondering how good polearms... I mean, polearms could be good, right? I mean, obviously they're going to hit really hard because they're a two-hand weapon. So you could equip a polearm in your main hand while you have a shield equipped. We've got to get that. I mean, we have to get that, right? Now, there is sword training. While the sword is equipped, your melee haste is increased by up to 30%. So, I mean, I think if we went with a polearm, I'm not sure if we would go with Valiant Effort. I mean, I guess we would, but we wouldn't have to. We could save that talent point. I think. The only reason I grabbed Valiant Effort is because I was using the sword attack. Because the sword triggers 3 additional auto attacks. So you get a lot of extra auto attacks, which are going to give you a chance to refresh Reprisal. Man. This class, I can see so many different builds with the Gladiator. Like, so you could go with a mace build, an axe build, a polearm build, or a sword build. I like the sword build, and I think long term, I'm not wondering if the sword build is best, but I'm also, the polearm could be pretty insane. Also, the fact that with the polearm equipped, you have 2 yards increased range, this could be really a big deal. I mean, you know, more range is obviously good. What is my attack power? My attack power currently is only 190, so 10% increase is only, I mean, that's only like, what, 19? So, I mean, I guess when you have more attack power, this is nice, but to get to sword training, we have to go, to get to either of these ones, we have to go with might. And I think both of these look like they could be fun to try out. I don't think I'm going to do mace or axe. Axe is the most interesting because of the crit. Obviously, crit is always good, right? Crushing Force, increase the duration. I mean, this is going to be really good. You know, Century and Strike and Reprisal is kind of our biggest damage dealing abilities, so increasing their damage is, you know, this is mandatory. No Escape, increases the cooldown of Battle Rush. That's pretty cool. When used against a rooted... Ram now... So when used against a rooted enemy. I don't know... Okay, so that's easy. So we just net them. We net them. Then we hit them with Ram. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. And then we've got this one. Century Strike now extends duration of your raise shield by 3 seconds. So you could raise shield, then go Centurion Strike. Haste, I think haste is going to be good. I think we're definitely good. I think we're going to go haste and then play into, you know, faster attacks. Because faster attacks mean more auto attacks, which means more chance to proc reprisal, and more reprisals mean more energy, and more energy means more sentry strikes, and more sentry strikes mean more extension of the raise shield ability by 3 seconds. So I'm trying to think out how all the abilities kind of synergize together. So the question is, do I want to go built different, or do I want to push? I think I'm going to push. I don't know why we can't grab this right now. It says, spend more points to unlock this talent. Oh, we still need to spend 3 more points before we get to this tier. Well, 1, 2, 3. Although the 4% stamina is pretty nice, but yeah, let's do this. We're gonna rush sword training. We are going to rush sword training. Now, we got to take a look at my skills. The problem with with Conquest, and I've said this yesterday, and I think I even said the day before, is there's too many abilities. Like, they just keep throwing abilities at you. I mean, I have so many. I mean, just look at my macros, right? If you look at I'm only level 21, I think. Who is this? How to get to Tyrion? I do not. Yeah, I don't know actually how to get to Tyrion. But if you look at my macros, I mean, you'll see that I've already got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 macros, 16, 16 macros. Why is this? Okay, what is that? Pulverize macro. Let's fix our pulverize macro. Show tooltip, just so it shows the right tooltip. Pulverize. And actually, on that thought, we should probably fix all of our macros just so they show cooldowns correctly. Sometimes they don't. Okay, we got short shield denial. Okay, all these are keybound. This one's passive. This is what is this? Okay, that's fine. We got that keybound. Okay, keybound. I'm just making sure everything's keybound because I keep getting. I don't have a keybind for shield challenge, but as far as I know, is it's useless in PvP. It's just a taunt, so I don't think we need care about that. Passive. Brush sweep should be this, except I don't see it doing anything. Yeah. Okay, we just have to have a target, I think. I think we're pretty much there. I'm gonna go play around with some mobs real quick. Also, let's queue dungeon. Dungeon's a pretty good way to level pretty quickly. We need about 3 more levels on us as fast as we can get them. Because I want to see the haste on. I want to see what the haste gives me as far as increasing my reprisal. Reprisal, unfortunately, has a 6-second recharge, which is a little disappointing. Only usable after blocking an attack. What's weird is it says it has 2 charges, but they really need to remove. I think the 6-second recharge is kind of silly. It's like you've got 2 charges, but you have to use the first charge. You have to wait 6 seconds to use the second. I would probably knock that down to maybe like 3 seconds. I think 6 is a little bit too much. Combat in this game is pretty fast and furious, so the one knock I have on the Gladiator is their abilities are a little bit slow coming out. I would like to speed up some of the abilities, how often we can use them. I would like to. So, and I think one of the best things, the biggest thing that would make the biggest difference is really reprisal. Waiting 6 seconds in between is too long. You put up shield block, you're going to block, and it's going to proc reprisal. But you use reprisal. I mean, by the time you use the first reprisal to 6 seconds to using your next one, you could be dead. I mean, you could straight up be dead. So there does feel like a lot of times on this character that there is a lot of, like, it's a little bit like whack-a-mole with your abilities, and also there's too much delay. Like, a lot of times you just are running around doing nothing, like, because you're just waiting for stuff to come off cooldown. The one ability that seems to come off cooldown the most is Pulverize, because it doesn't have a cooldown, it just requires energy. And it requires a lot of energy. 45 energy. Which is a lot. So I'm not even sure if this is an ability we should even be using a lot. I probably use it in situations where maybe I shouldn't be using it. Now, Centurion Strike is a 15-second cooldown. This is why we really need to create some weak auras. I need weak auras that are tracking cooldowns. Because if we have Centurion Strike coming off cooldown in 2 seconds, and the only ability we can use at that point in time is Pulverize, we don't want to use Pulverize. I'd rather wait 2 seconds. And, well, 2 seconds is a long time. But there may be a situation where if I've only got like 50 energy, and this is coming off cooldown in, let's say, a second, you don't want to use Pulverize. You don't want to waste 45 energy on Pulverize because it doesn't do that much damage, right? Centurion Strike does way more damage. So it's you got to prioritize that. So there's a lot of really managing your energy and managing your cooldowns, and we really need some weak auras for this shit. And I just haven't found good examples of weak auras. I just want some freaking like cooldown trackers. And I haven't been able to find. Here, CD's ready. Here, rapid fire. Here, let's do this. Duplicate. Okay, we're going to duplicate this one. And we're going to move this all the way out. Which is this one. We're going to call it Centurion Strike. Centurion Strike. We're going to say load. Okay, we're going to load it all the time. It's going to be loaded. And we are going to go to trigger. And Centurion Strike. And I don't know why there's two here. Cooldown. I don't know why a lot of these the weak auras I've seen, I don't know why they have two triggers. Centurion Strike. And let's go to display. Centurion Strike. And we're going to put this right here. This is a priority one. Okay, let's take this up. Okay, so currently it's available. Let's go play around with some mobs. We need to set up our UI to be more efficient. There's too many like cooldowns and energy that we need to manage. We may even want to create an energy bar. I'm not sure yet. I have to think about that. What's this? Ooh, we want that. Whatever it is, we want it. We want that ring. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, 4 stamina, 3 strength. I'll take it. Yeah, that's an upgrade over either of my rings. Okay, so we're gonna run over here. Hopefully there's something to attack. Currently there is nothing. Let's look for a treasure chest. They always spawn around this building and around the back of this. Nothing. What is this? Some sturdy brown, suspicious, discarded pants. Alright, we're gonna charge in.
Lovely.
Okay, so you can see that this weak aura didn't work at all. And I don't know why. It's a pretty basic weak aura. Wow, because it says invalid spell. Interesting. How is Centurion Strike invalid? Am I misspelling it? I must be misspelling it. Yeah, I misspelled it. Ugh. Where'd they go? I guess they went this way. Where did they go?
Lovely.
Oh, evade. I gotta reset everybody? Why did he reset it?
Lovely.
We should start attack already.
Tell me everything.
Lovely.
Why do they keep pulling like 10,000 mobs and then running out? This is like the dumbest party ever.
You were screwed.
What is this group doing? This is like the dumbest party I've ever seen. I never. What a stupid group. Like, pull 10,000 mobs, run away. Pull 10,000 mobs, run away. Pull 10,000 mobs. Like, what are you doing? You not know how to pull, or you just like brain challenge? I mean, I shouldn't say that. I mean, it could be like maybe the tanks, you know, got Down syndrome or something. You should never be cruel to people in MMOs because you never know who's on the other side of the keyboard. It could be a kid with, you know, Down syndrome. Could be somebody who is, you know, 3 years old or, you know, 5 years old, I guess. Probably not 3 years old. That would be awfully young to be playing WoW. But I always have to remind myself that you don't know what their situation is. Anyway, so let's do a couple things. We need, I mean, we've got a nice cooldown. We need this because Conquest of Azeroth is very similar to Retail WoW. And the way Retail WoW works, at least for me, is I have to have cooldown monitors because it is kind of whack-a-mole. There's like a certain priority to your abilities, of course, but outside of the prioritization of which abilities you should use when they're available, it is whack-a-mole. You know, you don't have that many skills that are DPS skills that are going to be up at the same time for a Gladiator, so when they are up, you want to use them because you need to get the DPS out as fast as possible, because in Conquest of Azeroth, DPS comes quickly, so you're not going to live very long, so it's a DPS race a lot of times when you're fighting other classes, and you need to win that race, and to win that race, you've got to execute your Uber Micro, aka your keybinds, as fast as humanly possible. So one of the best ways to do that is to have some weak auras organized in a way that makes a lot of sense. The most important abilities for me are going to be, at least currently at this level, Centurion Strike and Reprisal. So we're going to create a cooldown for those two. We've already got the Centurion Strike. We're going to create Reprisal. Right? And it's pretty simple. We just change this to Reprisal. And I don't know why there's two triggers. What's the difference between these two? Dynamic information, first active trigger. This is cooldown charges count, and this is cooldown charges count. There must be something there. I don't know why they have two. I don't know why they do. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Reprisal. And then we're going to go into the display and just change the icon to Reprisal, which is this one. And then we're just going to move this over, because currently it's overlapping the other one. And this is, these icons here, these cooldowns are going to be listed in left to right prioritization order, meaning that this one on the left takes priority over this one. Okay, so we want to use Centurion Strike when it's available first. Let's go ahead and do another thing, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a hopefully if we can do this. We're going to create a group, and we're going to call it Core DPS. We're going to drag Centurion Strike into the group, and we're going to drag Reprisal into the group. And now the reason I do that is it's easier to move our things around on the screen. And then we want to go into each ability here, and we want to go into the position settings, and we want to scale the offsets to 0 so that it's located correctly, so that our group window isn't really large. So we're going to do that 0, 0. Then we're going to select Centurion Strike, then Reprisal, and we're going to move Reprisal over. Actually, I did that wrong. Let's move this back. Let's We want Centurion Strike. Reprisal. I'm trying to move Reprisal. There we go. And then we're going to do this. And now that we've got these, now we can just grab the group and see it's just with the boxes more correctly sized to fit the icons. And I'll grab the little padlock here, and now we can just move it as a group. Hey, Strafe, what's up? So now we have a core DPS priority order here, and then our other ability is going to be our thing here. We need to fix this macro because it doesn't have RAM here. Okay, there we go. And RAM does a lot of damage. So RAM really is going to probably be... I would think RAM's going to take priority over this one, over Reprisal. So we're going to do another weak aura, and we're just going to duplicate this one, duplicate, and it's going to be RAM. Another fun little weak aura. Trigger. RAM. Trigger. RAM. Image. Boom. Display, display, display. Icon. RAM. And I don't see it. Why is there so much stuff showing up here? RAM. Okay, well this is a little interesting. I don't see the icon. You know, I had problems with this icon showing up before. It doesn't really matter what icon we use. It's just nice to use the correct one. But this is the correct one. Down here it uses a different, it uses a different icon here, but this is the one right here that I believe is used in the spell book. So if you go to your spell book, see the icon, this icon, but if you create a macro and call it show tooltip RAM, it uses this icon. So there's some glitch there. That's some sort of just bug in the game. So we're not going to really worry about that too much. Now we're going to take, now that we have these in the group, another thing that's nice about having the group is we can just move them around within the group. So we know that it's Centurion Strike. Then it should be, well actually, what we can do is we can just look at the position. So the position X off at 4, 44, and actually I think I'm doing that wrong. Well, let's just go RAM. Reprisal. Reprisal, RAM. Reprisal should be last. It's the offset. Hold on a second. Okay, that's not right. RAM should be... Where's the... It's not showing my offset correctly. I don't know why. Oh, no, it is. I'm sorry. So Reprisal, let's make this one 80. And we're going to make this one... Let's try, I don't know, 40 maybe? No, it's all fucked up. 20? Oh, I'm doing the size. Son of a biscuit. I'll get it right eventually. 40. Alright. Centurion. Okay, now. Alright. H. 2. And I think another thing we can do... I don't know if we want to use the globe. Or if we can just make the glow not so crazy glowy. That's a little bit overload. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the pixel. No. Autocast. Let's try that. Yeah, let's do the autocast. Okay. And let's go. 7, 0. Let's do this one. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and we're gonna go back to here. I'm anal about my UI, so so we're gonna change the frequency here. Slow this down just a tad. I like 0.2. Oops. Hold on a second. 0.2. And particles 8 is fine. We're gonna go 2. 2. And voila. So I'm gonna do this one 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Alright, so we may get rid of the glow. I'm not sure if we really need the glow. Let's try getting rid of the glow just temporarily. Okay, we're gonna... I don't know why. That one actually wasn't selected here. That was interesting. Why is the glow showing up? Okay, now I don't even know why the glow's showing up. Because it's not checked on these. Okay, that's weird. Like, it's not checked. But I was changing the type of glow and it was modifying it, so I'm not sure what's going on. Alright, I guess we'll leave it the way it is. And now we're going to go to our group, and we're going to move this down a little bit over here. Target window. And we're going to go, let's see, move. And we're going to go target here. And we're just going to take this. And we're going to move this up a little bit. Feels like it's a little bit too low. And then we'll do the same thing with this one so that it lines up. Because I'm anal once again. Alright. And also another thing we're going to do is player debuffs. I'm going to scale this down a little bit. Maybe. I don't know, we'll see. My UI will constantly get adjusted. We'll constantly be, messing around with it until we get it just exactly the way we want it. We've got a lot of stuff showing up here, which I'm not really liking. I think we're gonna have to move. Yeah, I don't like all these buffs showing up here on the target. I'm not sure if that's something we can turn off. Also, my map up here is screwed up too. God, man, my UI is really kind of fucked up. Why are there two different things of buffs? We got player buffs and we got... I don't know what's going on. Let's just reset this. I don't know why the buffs are acting very strangely. Let's grab this. Like, why are there two bars? What is this one? Consolidated tooltip. Okay. Let's just reset these. Fuck it. We'll just leave it alone for now. Alright, so let's try looking at our rotation. We'll go here. Charge. Why am I not charging? Why am I not charging? What is going on? Alright, hold on a second. I think what happened is our macro order change, our stance changed. So if you look at my charge macro, which is right here, we are saying cast no stance 2, and it was 2. This was 1, this was 2, but then we gained a new stance line formation on our stance bar. So now I believe this is probably going to be 3. So let's update this to 3. All right, let's see if that fixes that problem. Now that means every time we get a new stance, we're gonna have to change our macro. Yeah, so now we boom, boom. We're gonna throw up shield block. Gonna use that, and he's dead. Now, I can see that this one isn't working quite right, and it's because this is a dynamic. This is a different type of trigger. I don't really know what to put on this one. Let's delete this one. Let's just try action usable. Charges, and let's go charges greater than or equal, greater than, say greater than 0. Let's see if that fixes it. I have no idea, I'm just guessing. Okay, so it's not usable right now, which makes sense because it's not usable, so it shouldn't be there. So once we block an attack, hopefully that'll show up. So I'm going to charge. It is usable now, but now the weak aura is not showing up, so...
Lovely.
So that's a bummer. Let me see. We're gonna go to ChatGPT and see if we can get some help. I have a skill in Conquest of Azeroth that is only usable after I block an attack, and it gets 2 charges once that block happens, and it does have a 6-second delay between uses. I need to create a weak aura for it, but not sure in the trigger setup what to use. And we're gonna give good old Chat douchebaggery a image of our current trigger combination. Let's see. So ChatGPT's gotten a lot better. It used to be in the old days, if you asked ChatGPT to help you with stuff related to macros and stuff, it was completely useless. But it's gotten better when someone's email or texting my phone. Be right back. There's a whale next to me, probably. Yeah, sorry, I got a friend texting me. Well, it feels like it's not managed the same. We're talking about my dentist. I recommended a dentist to my friend, and it used to be really good, but now it's total garbage. I don't know what happened. All right. What did ChatGPT give us? Okay, so it wants. Okay, so for this ability, action usable is the right trigger. It should only activate when the game reports that reprisals can actually be cast, meaning a couple of important details. With charges greater than 0, the aura appears when at least one charge exists. Action usable should hide it during the 6-second delay. Okay, well, this isn't helping. This is not working. I wonder if it's... Let's get rid of the charges. I still don't think it's gonna work.
Lovely.
Okay, no, there it is. Oh, it did work.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah, it's working now. It's working now. It's working now. Hey, what's up, Valor? Actually, is working now, so that's good. It's not in the blatant fuck up in the bed. Yeah, don't go there. I'm telling my friend not to go to this dentist anymore. Yeah, get a new dentist. All right, cool. Sorry about that. No, yeah, no, you know me. The only way to really, there's so many skills and abilities, like, it's set, because I don't want to, like, in the middle of combat, have to be looking down at the bottom of my screen to check on cooldowns. Like, I know if I use block, I know certain abilities are going to be available. The problem is sometimes they get refreshed due to a talent, right? This talent here. So even though like reprisal can be on a cooldown, if this valiant effort triggers, that cooldown is voided. All right. So when I block an attack, I have 2 charges of reprisal. When I use the first charge, it goes on a cooldown for 6 seconds. But if that talent procs, that 6 seconds gone, and that ability is available right away. So the only way I'm going to know that is to literally look down at the bottom of my screen, right? So I can't do that. You can't be looking at the bottom of your screen. That's, you know. See, this is so much better now. Now I know what skills are available. I barely have to move my eyes from my target, and I can see. You know, I'm not guessing. You know, trust me, this will make you a much better player if you have a character that's set up with these types of kind of reactive abilities. Let me text. I gotta text my friend.
Lovely.
You were screwed.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Stormlight, thanks for the sub, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Dude, no, you're good. I used to go there. I recommend that place to ever again. Yeah. Sorry, my friend's still talking about the dentist. Used to be fantastic. All right, so we got a few issues now. I can see a couple issues. One, I don't know when my charge is available. The other issue I have is I've got a new ability that is interesting. We've got a new stance called line formation. We have a sprint ability. We have an interesting sprint ability. It's only available when line formation is available. So like, right, check this out. Let's say I want to sprint to this guy, right? I can switch to line formation, then I can sprint, then I can hit sprint again to do like this explosion right at his feet, right?
You were screwed.
Holy crap. Wow, these guys are killing me. I don't know why they're doing so much damage.
You were screwed.
Oh, they're elite. These guys are elite, man. Also, okay, one of my other macros is broken. The reason this macro is broken is, once again, it's the same thing. Like, we have these macros where I'm checking what stance I'm in. And unfortunately, once we gain a new stance, a new formation, they're called formations, right? Once I gain a new formation, it screws up my macro. Like, that doesn't really happen that way in World of Warcraft, because in World of Warcraft, they're always this. I think they're always the same, you know?
Lovely.
Like, you know, like, battle stance is always, you know, like 3 or something, you know?
Lovely.
This is another guy. Alright, we're gonna see if we can run away from this guy. Because I really don't want to die. Nox, what's up, Nox? How's it going, man? Let's see if we can reset this guy. The banner may keep him in combat, so let's go to... Oh, nice lag spike. Let's remove the banner. Okay, we're out of combat, good. You're level 20 and chilling? Yeah, I'm level 20 on this and chilling. Sorry, texting my friend here, sorry. Alright, so we gotta fix our macro. And the macro we're going to fix is this one. See, we're going to stance 1. It's no longer stance 1, it is now stance 2. So what was happening there is I wanted to go into my defensive stance and throw up my brace, which reduces my damage taken by 50%, but I couldn't do that because the macro was broken because we learned a new formation, which screwed up my macro my formation numbering. They used to be 1, 2, and now they're 1, 2, 3. So now you can see we can go into defensive stance, and if we go into this stance, we can charge, do our little charge thingy, which is interesting. And then actually you have a, when you're in this stance, you have a base increase to movement speed by 15% in this stance, which is called line formation. And also it reduces the movement and pairing effects on you as well. So it's kind of interesting. But for some reason, I can't attack these mobs. I don't know why. Hold on, so let me try something here. Yeah, I cannot attack those mobs. This guy's PvP, right? This guy's PvP, so he's got high risk on. I don't think I have high risk on currently. But we do need to turn high risk on at some point. Oh, you had me as game as Bizarro? Okay. Fear bomb! Fear bomb!
Lovely.
Fear bomb again. These mobs are hitting pretty hard. We do need to turn on high risk mode. Restrain 3 times. This is actually an upgrade. Alright, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We do need to also grab a couple World Forged items while we're out here. I think this... What is this bouquet? Oh, hell no. There's a cloak here I want to get. This cloak here. So I don't know if it's attainable, but we'll see if we can get it. Alright. Still trying to work out my... We also need to add some more weak ores. So I think, having Battle Rush might be useful, probably. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's create a weak ore for Battle Rush. This is going to not be a core DPS, obviously. Weak ore is just going to be like a utility. But we'll go ahead and duplicate RAM. Duplicate, and then we're going to move it outside of the... We're going to call it Battle Rush. And we're going to move it outside of our group here. We don't want it in this group. And of course we got to change the trigger to Battle Rush. I don't think I need this other trigger, but I'm too lazy to remove it. Battle Rush. And then let's go to Battle Rush display. Icon. Battle Rush. Boom. Boom. Alright, where is it on the screen? It's right here. I'm going to put this one down. I didn't get hold of it, did I? Hold on a second. Battle Rush. Let's put it here. Here's our group. I'm going to take this one, select this one. Actually, this one, and then select this one. We'll just put it up here. It's fine. And... let's try it. We really need like a shield interrupt. We don't have one yet, but we'll get there eventually.
Lovely.
Missed. Okay. I get the Dusty Priest Cloak. Okay, and let's go for the cloak we're really looking for. These guys are level 30, so this is not gonna be good. I don't think I can't get this. It's gonna be in the cave, I'm sure. Yeah, we're too low level, so it's not gonna work. Come on, get up the hill.
Lovely.
Yeah, so you can see just having the core DPS weak core group really makes it easy to see what abilities we should be using. And like I said, the one, because Reprisal can be instantly procced because of a talent I have, we don't want to be looking down at the bottom of our screen. We can't be doing that. The weakness of this class right now is spell damage and kiting. We do have kind of one solution for the kiting, because we can actually switch to this stance here, which makes us faster. And then once this stance is up, we actually have this sprint. Check this out. Then we can switch into defensive stance.
You were screwed.
Oh shit, these are... Why am I taking so much damage? Okay, well... We're gonna try to run out of here if we can. We're gonna die. Running! Running! Sprint is up and it's not up for another minute. You're definitely squishy towards magic attacks. I keep forgetting to drop my banners down, which is stupid, right? But yeah, this class definitely feels like it's weird. It's like I've had like Knights of Zora. I had Cox come at me in Battlegrounds and beat on me, and I'm like, oh, when I was like level 20, like literally level 20, and I had like a 25 Cox on top of me. You think he'd blow me up, but he didn't. I was like, man, I'm kind of tanky. And then I go out in the open world, and a couple spellcasters hit me with frostbolts, and I get shredded. So. The magical damage definitely shreds this character. Alright. Let's do a battleground. See if we can win something. We need to change our transmog. I'm not super happy with this one. I guess it's alright. I guess it's alright.
were screwed.
No! You see me throw a shield at him? Woohoo! We actually have we can actually throw our shield in that stance. Holy crap, dude. The shield throw, we gotta put that on a weak aura, man. Oh, the shield toss. Oh, it's the Cox.
You were screwed.
Oh, that guy's done insane damage. What level was he? 29. Oh, he was hitting hard. Holy crap! What was I saying about being tanky? No. That guy just like hit me a couple times and I was dead. The Cox. Let's see if he's the one. Yeah, I think that's the guy who's number 1 on DPS. Cubs. Apparently I don't know what spec he's running. Like, they nerfed tanks. Like, tanks take 20% more damage and do, like, what is it? They take, like, 20% more damage and they do, like, 50% less damage. Oh, shit. Running all over the place here. We're gonna get screwed here. Where's the flag? Here it is. Here's the flag. Protect the flag carrier. We're gonna drop a flag here that slows people down. In case there's any stealthers trying to sneak up behind my flag carrier. Same thing here. And there we got him. See him? See the guy who was trying to sneak up?
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
You were screwed.
Lovely.
Ah, yeah, he's screwed. Nothing I can do there. I did the best I could. I did the best I could. I'm only level 21. Yeah, but you have a lot of variety on this class. I mean, you have some really good movement. You have roots. You have some pretty decent damage. And with the different stances you have, it's pretty interesting. You've got some survivability. I just think that some of the cooldowns are a little bit harsh. You know, you can't really push out damage quite as fast as I would like. gonna go protect our flag carrier if I can. Or maybe I should try to keep them from getting our flag, I guess. Let's do that. Always got to have my imp out. He distracts people from like what class I am. I always bring this imp out, so people have like, what is that? Why has he got this imp? What, you know, is he like some other weird class? You know?
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
So you can see there, what was that? Maximu. I don't know what level he was, but he was hitting me a lot, and I wasn't really taking that much damage. Just pretty... I mean, I took some, obviously, but... Shit. You see me throw my shield at him. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna take this shield to the face, man. Pile driver to the face. Knee to the face. Fear bomb. Yeah, we're in trouble here. We're in big trouble. Let's go after the weakest person here.
You were screwed.
Come on, target, target! Oh my god, tab targeting is so dog shit in this game. I hit tab like 4 times. I'm facing the guy that's like 6 yards from me, and it would not fucking target him. Oh, this server is so bad for tab targeting. And I've talked to other people too, and other people say the same thing. It's not just me. I've played every private server known to man, and I've never suffered from such bad tab targeting. Like the guy was standing, see where this little box is? I'm standing here and I hit tab like 4 times, and it never selected him. I'm like, come on, he's the only enemy right in front of me. I don't know why they can't get that shit working right. I'm only level 21. Our damage is pretty garbage. You can see that the Cox, the Orc Cock, is #1 on DPS. Oh jeez, this isn't gonna be good.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm dead is what I am. Dead is what I am. Oh man. I don't like these long battle rounds because it's like I need to be leveling, and you know, long extended battle rounds like this where we're not winning is really slows down my leveling. But the only way to kind of figure out PvP is to PvP people, so. But you can see it's really cool with this stance we have. We actually move faster, like 15% faster, which is pretty strong, right? Oh, that sprint is... Oh my god, that sprint is so awesome. I love that. That ability is so fantastic. Like, the movement on this character is quite good. I shouldn't tell you guys in the stream chat, because I don't want you to play my character. It's funny, you don't see a lot, although there are actually 3... Wait, no, we gotta... No, he's dead. No, I am the only Guardian in this entire Battleground, and it's actually not uncommon for me to see that, you know? Like, I don't see a lot of Guardians. And that's just the way I like it. I love it when I'm playing a class that other people aren't playing, because I just like that. Because then people are like, they're not used to seeing me, so maybe they're not like used to understanding, like, you know, how to face me, like, you know, what to do, you know. The end, yeah, we're the underdog, we're the unsung hero. Look, it's Maximu. What is this guy doing? Is he going in? Is he not going in? He is going, okay. I was like, what you doing, buddy? What do we got? 27 Orc Primalist. Let's take this guy out. Switch, get this guy down. Okay, we're gonna switch to our fast. We're gonna try to sprint. Sprint up? No, it's not up. Yes, Sun Cleric. I'm just going to kite this guy a little bit. I'm going to throw down my slow and kite him. And then I'm going to charge him. When charge is up in 1 second, charge. Well, it was up, but he died. How many rangers have I seen? Not a lot. I saw a lot of rangers at low levels, but now I don't see a lot of rangers. Now what you see is Cox. I see Fellsworns, Blood Mages. This is a pretty standard Battleground. Reapers, Cox, Chronomancer I don't see a lot, but there's one in here. Sun Clerics you see fairly often. Rune Masters. I see a lot of Primalists. There's a Ranger. There's one Ranger. I'd say Pyromancers, Cultists, Cox, and yeah, those are all some of the most popular ones that I see.
You were screwed.
I don't know what was hitting me, but it was hitting me hard. You got Reaper to 10? Well, but what about the tank spec? If all the tanks are taking 30% more damage, doesn't that pretty much has to make them not playable? Like, if they made all tanks take 30% more damage, how could they even be viable? You know what I mean? 30% is a huge amount. So if we go to, you know, the Ascension launcher, right? Like we have the news and we go to the changelog and we go to Conquest of Azeroth. Right here, tanks and PvP combat now take 20% more damage. Sorry, 20%. They take 20% more damage. I mean, but yeah, let me know. I mean, Reaper's one of the classes I wanted to try out, so. I'm really digging this class now that I got this new stance. And also I got some weak auras set up to help me kind of manage some of my cooldowns, so that's actually helping quite a bit. Let's see if we can take this guy down. Well, here's one. I don't know, but I'm a tank though, and through I can't be. What? You can't be nerfed? Is that what you're saying? Well, we'll find. Let me know. Let me know how well it works. Oh, come on, really? He was so dead. He was so dead. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Here we go. Oh, no, no! Get off the fucking... Oh, come on. You're supposed to jump on the log, idiot. Oh, my God. Ah, he's dead anyway. That pissed me off. I wanted to kill that guy. I wanted to kill that guy. I got logged. I totally got logged, dude. What the hell, man? Sprint, baby. Sprint. Sprint. Oh, see you. I see you later, buddy. Oh, we leveled. Shit, we're 22. Not sure how we leveled, but we did. This character's cool. I like this character. It's pretty cool. It seems like... I like that there's definitely... It feels like an old style warrior gameplay. You're dancing a lot. Like, if I'm in this stance... Oh, the other thing, too. Check this out. If I'm in this stance here, I can throw my shield. Watch. We just threw my shield, dude. So we'd have a shield throw called Shield of Denial. Toss a shield at an enemy that bounces up to 2 nearby enemies, dealing damage and interrupting their spell cast, preventing any spell from that school from being cast for 3 seconds. Yeah, the stance shades are awesome, dude. Boom! Boom! It's like smack. This stance makes us move faster.
Lovely.
Oh no, fear bomb! Level 24. Ooh, level 20. Increase your parry rating, 2 stamina. No, it's not as good. Ooh, level 21. No, not as good. $81. Force. 142. 6 strength, 3 stamina. It's actually a slight upgrade. I PM'd freaking Dutch, and I said, Dutch, man, you need to bring up another server. I'm like, what's going on, dude? They need to bring up another server. I mean, I saw that another big streamer is playing this. Like, a lot of big streamers are playing. Like, Grays for Days was streaming this today on YouTube. Right? Grays for Days is a big classic WoW streamer. He was streaming Conquest of Azeroth, blah, 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 Conquest of Azeroth today on YouTube. And if he's playing it, that means Cargos is probably playing it. We could probably ask Cargos. Let me message Cargos and see. Let me ask No Hit Jerome. You playing COA? And let's ask Cargos too. Cargos. You playing COA, buddy? We'll see what Cargos is up to. Alright. Let's fix my new talent. We do need a few other weak auras too. I would like to get Shield of Denial is a 30-second cooldown. We're also going to need a cooldown. We want to cool down on Brace, so let's do okay, duplicate Brace. I don't know why. I can just delete this trigger. And okay, now this is going to be defense. So Brace, we're going to create a new group. And this is going to be defensive CDs. Okay. And we're going to put Brace into that. And then I'm going to move this to 0. 0. Okay. And now, how come there it is. And we're just going to put these here, and let's line it up with Battle Rush. Let's see, Brace, Battle Rush. Battle Rush is 150. Did I screwed that up? It should be not in vehicle, right? Okay, I screwed that up. In vehicle. Not in vehicle, right? Oh, that's just not working at all. You can play some BGs? What level is your main? How do you get your action bar to look like that? I'm using Bartender. I need to actually kind of... I'm not happy with my UI. I think it's pretty garbage. I get too many weak auras, but they're definitely going to help. Let's change this, the Battle Rush. Let's move this down a little bit. And let's put it like right here. And we can make it... We don't need to make it that big, I don't think. Battle Rush, display. Okay. You're 27 on your main? Okay, yeah, we could do the same. Yeah, get on. We could do some stuff. I'm probably only gonna stream for about another, I don't know, let me look at my phone. I'll probably stream for like another hour and that's about it, because then my wife will probably be home. Let me check, unless she's on her way home now, which she may be. No, she's not. I can probably stream for about 1 more hour. And then when my wife gets home, we're gonna make sure she's doing okay, and then, you know, obviously when she goes to bed, then I'll come back and I'll stream a little bit more. You download Bartender, but it doesn't look the same as yours? Yeah, so... My UI is really a clusterfuck right now. It's really a mess, and, like, the weak auras make it look sloppy. We can do... I tell you what, one thing we can do is we can just... we can just say in combat, and... like, we don't care, like... Battle Rush we should have on all the time. Brace, yeah. We'll just say in combat. That makes it a little bit cleaner. And then these down here, don't show up unless I target myself. And then this bar, I kind of need that. We don't even need damage recount, so we're just going to close that. And then let's get rid of the side. So if you go to bartender, right? All you have to do is you want to go to art bar right here. You want to go to Blizzard art bar, and you want to change it to one action bar only. Douglas, change it to one action bar only, and that's going to do just the one bar. And then you just move your other bars wherever you want them, right? Like I've got bar 2 here, I've got bar 3 and 4 here. I've changed the number of columns so they wrap a little bit, and then I've got my other bars over here. And then I change the visibility of these. Like right now, 5 is visibilities fade out 25. I'm actually going to knock it down to 15. And then the same thing with bar 6. Visibility, we're going to knock that down to 15. Okay, and now those don't really show up that much, but they show up when I hover over them, though. It doesn't have the Blizzard art. Okay, well, you're not using Bartender 4 then. You're probably not using Bartender 4. Right. Pretty sure that's what I'm using. Yeah, you can see Bartender 4. Evo, did you want to try to do some battlegrounds?
Hey there.
Let's see. Don't need. Don't need.
Safe travels.
Oh, you're on Grok. Okay. It should be there. If you have a Bartender 4, it'll be there. If you have Bartender 4, Blizzard Art Bar will definitely be there. I've used Bartender 4 for a very, very long time, and it should be there. Grok is a... Oh, Grok, you're a Guardian too, I forgot. Oh my god, we got 3 Guardians. Grok, what build are you running? You're running the tank build, right? Let's see. Let's build... You've got tempo. Oh no, you're running the support build, right? You're running the support build. The Bard build. Yeah, look at Hero's Tale, increase your energy regeneration. Ooh. I love that shield you got, Grok. That see-through shield's pretty cool looking. Let me try. Yeah, you're doing the Bard? Okay. Zipbard. I'm just going to stay close to you because you're level 28. Rip Joe Rogan. What happened to Joe Rogan? Did that guy finally die? Too much partying and drinking. Let's see. Joe Rogan. Okay, I don't see anything about Joe Rogan. All right.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Rock, no! No! I can't move! Oh, what am I doing? Just switch stances, idiot. What are you doing, my friend? Why can't I pick up the flag? I can't grab the flag. I don't know what's going on. Why can't I grab the flag? Yeah, I remember when I got it while mounted. I tried to get it while mounted the other day and it wouldn't let me. So maybe they fixed that, you know. Oh, killing blow! Killing blow. Fear bomb. Come on, let me move. Let me move. Come on.
Lovely.
You were screwed.
No.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
Oh, they finally got me. All that work I did, and I didn't do hardly any damage, but yeah, I put out 3,500 healing though, right? You managed to do it now. I downloaded a version for Google. Ah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, yeah. Definitely Bartender 4 definitely will have we'll definitely have that. So yeah, you want to set up to 1 bar only.
Lovely.
God, the CC, the stun, it's unbelievable, man. This is just like the worst part about it, Ascension. It's just like it's like retail WoW. There's too many abilities and there's too much CC. Like, I don't understand. Blue, maybe Blue, maybe you can give me your opinion. I'm not a fan of like getting stunned and rooted and feared like all the time, because it's just no fun. It's no fun when you can't play your character. That's why I think, you know, like vanilla WoW PvP, like Burning Crusade PvP was really good, because there just wasn't. I mean, there was a few fears and stuns and stuff, but it wasn't like excessive. If you go into play retail WoW, it's excessive. You cannot walk from one side of the background to the other without getting rooted, feared, stunned like 15 times. I mean, it's very excessive.
You were screwed.
Uh-oh.
Lovely.
Oh, no. I don't know what that bomb they dropped on me. That was a lot of damage. You only have a single 5-second stun? I get stunned a lot. I think the Cox have a stun. I get stunned a lot. Yeah, I guess. Well, but I mean, in those big team fights, it's just the stuns are too. I'm not a fan of any stun longer than 3 seconds. Stun should be there because the thing is, smart teams can chain them, right? Like let's say you've got 3 people attacking me. If they want to, they can, and each one has a 3-second stun. That's 9 seconds of stun. They just have to chain it together, right? Good players are going to chain off of others. So if you have like characters with 5-second stuns, and I know the Sun Cleric, right? Because I played Sun Cleric, I can judge somebody, and it's like insane. It's like a 10-second stun or something ridiculous. So imagine being stunned for like 10 seconds, and stunned for 3 seconds, and stunned for 5 seconds. I mean, you're sitting there not doing anything for like half a minute. It's just ridiculous. It's stupid. You're there. Look, I'm feared. Can't do anything. Okay, now I can. Okay, now I'm stunned again. Look at that. Stunned. Still stunned. Still stunned. Still stunned. What was that? Like a 15th? Let's go back and look at it on the fucking stream. I mean, how long was that fucking stun? Let's see if we can figure out how long this was. Right here. Right here I can't move. Because I was trying to switch stances and it wouldn't. Well, no, actually, I think I can move here. Right here I can't stun. So 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. So that was about 7 seconds probably. But we were rooted. So we were rooted into like a 7-second stun. It's just, it's excessive, man. I mean, if I could stun someone for 7 seconds, I could kill him too. Right? I can kill you too if I can stun you for 7 seconds. Come on. Come on. Victory.
Lovely.
We are Alliance. We're not going to win those. Oh, look, I got pulled.
You were screwed.
You do have there's a lot of button pressing. Like, I had to switch to one stance to throw my shield to try to interrupt a spell. Then I had to switch to my other stance to try to charge. And then I had to try to throw my net on him. And then I had to, there's a lot of stuff. And then I had to switch back from, I tried to switch back from assault to defense so that I could check to see if my, because I can't cast certain spells. Actually, that's another thing with Brace. We need to change Brace to switch automatically. That's actually really stupid on my part that I didn't do that. So what we want to do is we want to go here, and we want to change stance on Brace. Where's Brace here? That one. Okay. And also, I want Brace to be visible all the time. So right now I'm in assault formation. Here's the Blood Elf, and we're going to charge, we're going to root. Now let's try from assault formation to go and just pop. We're just going to pop Brace right now. I was going to do it, but the battleground ended just to make sure my macro worked. You have an energy expensive mine that I laid down. Don't run over. Okay, don't run over spider eggs. Don't run over spider eggs. Got it.
Well met.
I supply only the finest goods. careful.
Maces, we'll see, level 24. Cook the eggs first. Actually, let's do this. Just because thematically I like this, we're gonna make this bigger. Just because it's thematically I like the way it looks. The big shield. Yes, the shield is available, and then the sprint battle rush. All right. It's gonna start looking like my war within fucking UI, right? With all my, remember like my war within UI. Oh man. Oh well, what can you do? This plays more like retail than it ever does classic. Like Conquest of Azeroth plays way more like retail WoW. You put on 6-minute forks and one shot of 42 mob. Those are some. That's a lot of mines though. 6 mines. Oh, we got a tinker in here. Like a, what are those guys called? The ones that are like the engineers. Are they called tinkers? I can always tell when they're in because I can hear their sound effects. I need to get a PvP trinket. I'm sick of getting stunned. This is that stun I was telling you about. The judgment by the Sun Cleric. It can be pretty lengthy. Let's do it! Let's do this! Shit.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
Lovely.
Oh. So, I think this is a high. I would say this is a fairly high skill ceiling character. I think they have it listed as medium. Like when you go to the character creator, if you look at Gladiator, it is considered the most difficult spec of the Guardian specs. Like they consider like the tank one and the bard like kind of like medium or easy or something, and this one's like moderate or something like that. Nice. Takes 50 energy. Oh yeah, that kind of sucks though that it takes that much energy to place a mine. That sucks. Yeah. Come on. God, the movement ability, the movement on this character is really good. I need a trinket. Come on now. Come on. Damn it. Of course, stunned. No, not the crush. Stunned, still stunned, still fucking stunned. Come on. Jesus Christ, you're like sit there and stunned for like 10 years, man. Days for fucking days. So stupid. I wish I had a stun that was like fucking like 6-7 seconds long. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be nice? Why am I moving so fast? What the hell? Why is everybody moving so fast? Biff.
Lovely. Lovely.
Can't move, stun, can't move, stunned. Oh my god.
You were screwed.
Thank you for the heals. Thank you for the heals. I would have been dead a long time ago if it wasn't for that healer. So much fucking stun. I need the PvP trigger because, but again, the PvP trigger I can only use once every 5 minutes, so it only really helps like once every 5 minutes. So it's not exactly amazing. Oh, let me guess. I'm stunned. What a surprise! What a surprise! Dazed for days. They can only be placed in stealth and out of combat, so as long as you have placed down. Oh yeah, so it's like a defensive thing. You know, you can use it as like a defense. It's actually really good. I mean, if you had like you said it's on Venommancer, huh? That's interesting. So if you had like 2 or 3 Venommancers, you could really set up a lot of defenses. You know. Oh, I'm just dominating the battlefield. I think I got like 3 killing blows there. Look at that damage. No, my damage sucks. Hey, 6,800. I'm only level 22, so that's not too bad, right? Just throw that. Oh, I would have killed it by. I tried to throw my shield at him. I was trying to throw my shield at the guy. Oh, we gotta change it. We should change that macro so it automatically switches stances. Then we don't have to fucking try to spam the stance before we throw it. I'm such a noob, man. I'm such a noob. Oh shit, there's a lot of them. I always forget to put down my banner too. Let's take this guy down to Chinatown. Let's go, baby!
Lovely.
Oh, I'm stunned.
You were screwed.
Holy shit. Jeez. There was a lot of stunning going on there. Again, stunned. Did you see like many times there? I'm like, can't move. It wasn't stunned, it was more roots. I wasn't like stunned, it was just I was rooted. I kept trying to move and I couldn't. It was fucking up my rotation because I couldn't hit him because he basically was like rooting me, then moving away, then coming back and hitting me, and then moving away, and it was actually pretty smart what he was doing. I'd have to go back and watch that little sequence again, but that was pretty awful. I played that really poorly. I was trying to switch into line formation to use my sprint, and I don't know. We need to fix that. That's another thing we need to fix. Where is my sprint? No, we did use advanced because it's on cooldown. We did use advanced, but we need to fix a couple of these macros because. So this should automatically switch our stance for us, right? So let's go here. We should go stance 1. And then we also need to do the same thing for my shield toss, which is... I guess we don't even have a macro for that yet. Okay, let's fix that. I didn't put a weak aura for advance? 1.5 minute cooldown. So many things to do in so little time. I thought I created one for advance, I guess I didn't. That's Battle Rush. And, let's do another group. We're just gonna call this, CDs. We'll call it, like, utility. Just utility CDs. Oops, I put in the wrong one. Utility there. And okay. Advance. And advance. I think it's that one, right? Yeah. Okay, Battle Rush. Advance. 20. Alright. Or advance. I think it's 40 actually. And utility. I wish I could get rid of these glows. I don't know why I'm having trouble getting rid of the glow here. It's like not checked. So maybe it's on the trigger itself. Is there a glow in here? Conditions. Oh, here it is, glow. We're just gonna say no glow. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, we don't need glow in these. Conditions. Okay. Alright, so these are like our movement-based abilities. This is our biggest defensive ability, and then our core rotation just shows up when we're in combat. Sorry about that, grok. Sorry, I was messing around with my UI and stuff. I still have to fix the other macro too, which was the shield of denial. So that's going to be new. It's going to call it shield of denial. And this should be stance 1, yeah. Shield of denial. And then this should be here. So now we shouldn't have to... I'm just trying to get so all my abilities that require stance changes, that the stance changes are built into the macro, so we can just spam the macro. So you can see right now we're in tower formation. And like if I want to sprint, it should automatically switch to line formation. If I want to use Ray Shield, it's going to go to tower formation if I'm not. If I want to use Shield Denial, oh, actually Shield Denial works in tower or line. I didn't know that. So that's cool. So let's try using our shield throw right here. As soon as this guy starts to cast a spell. He's not casting a spell. Who's going to cast a spell? Maybe this guy? Oh, he's not casting a spell. He's not casting a spell. No one's casting spells? Or like melee or some shit. This guy's going to cast a spell. No? Wait. Son of a bitch. I wanted to try out my macro, guys. Come on. There. We threw the shield. It worked. The macro worked. Wow, we're kind of kicking ass on this one. Wow, we beat the beat the shit out of him on that game. Alright, well that was a quick game. Grok, if you're ready, we'll do another one. I don't know if Grok is ready. Leather. Leather. Okay.
You were screwed.
Stormbringers, man. The interrupt throw is kind of annoying. I would rather have like a regular like kick or punch or pummel. It's a little bit because it's more of a it's quicker. Like my interrupt requires me to change stances and then do the interrupt, so it takes longer. But it's still an interrupt, but it does take longer. I didn't do shit that time. We did do 1898 healing, which is good. But the healing banner actually does quite a bit of healing. It's a nice nice item. I don't know why people don't grab the orbs. It's like, dude, come on, grab the orb. Oh, you want the orb?
Lovely.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Stunned. Yeah, stunned, rooted, whatever. Can't do anything. The cocks. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sure I'd want to play a character that is lovingly referred to by pretty much everybody in the game as cocks. You know what I mean? I don't know, Blue. Do you want to play a Knight of Azeroth so everybody can say, "Hey, we got a cock in the group"? That alone would make me not want to play the character. I don't want to be a cock. Do you want to be a cock? We get too many cocks. It's like swinging cockfest in this fucking group. Here comes this guy again. Come on, buddy. Come on down. Come on down, baby. I'm stunned. Imagine that. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm still stunned. Still stunned. Wow. I just love being stunned for like 5 seconds. Well, they supposedly, well, as you know, they killed all the tank specs, right? I mean, theoretically, right? All the tank specs should be pretty garbage right now. I'll tell you one thing: I don't see hardly any star callers anymore. Like before they nerfed the tank specs, I was seeing star callers like all over the place. And as soon as they nerfed them, I'm like, nope, don't see any star callers. Like there's one star caller in here.
You were screwed.
Damn, that person just destroyed me. Only my damage is so bad. Look at that. Look at my damage. It's like way down here. Of course, I've been mostly just carrying the flag, but still, it's garbage. Eh. Probably need to do some battlegrounds or something to like just level up. It's much faster to level up and beat. I mean, not battlegrounds, but dungeons. It's much faster to level up in dungeons than it is in battlegrounds. The only way it's fast in battlegrounds is if you're winning. And unfortunately, I've found that I don't win a lot of battlegrounds. In fact, I've got the worst luck in battlegrounds. And you all are probably going to say, well, that's because you suck, which is probably true. But if you look at battlegrounds, I am... Oh, actually, wait, I'm not too bad. I've won 7 and lost 6. Okay. I'm thinking about my other character who had this horrible losing streak. So actually, we're not doing too bad. What if I can hear... Yeah, there it is! Woohoo! Now that's what I call a charge. Yeah, guess what? I'm stunned. What a surprise. I'm immobilized. I can't do anything.
You were screwed.
Well, okay, so the Stormbringers are insanely powerful, and I've said that all along. You've got a Starcaller here who's doing pretty good damage, but I guarantee you they're not a tank. I can just tell by their healing. Their healing's too low to be a tank. But yeah, Stormbringers are insanely strong. As far as a caster spec, I believe they're pretty much the strongest. The Venomancer, like you said, though, wasn't too bad as a caster. Well, come on, dude, grab the orb. Come on. Oh, now we're gonna lose. Can't stop the cocks.
Lovely.
You were
Lovely.
screwed.
Yes, I know I'm screwed. I know I'm screwed. I'm still struggling with tab targeting too. Like I tabbed like 3 times there and it didn't target the right guy in front of me. It just, I don't even know who it targeted. I'm like tab, 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 tab. Come on. Come on. Victory. Garbage shield, garbage belt.
Can I help you?
No, you can't help me.
How are you?
Mm-hmm. 15.5. No.
See you later.
All right, I probably got to take it. Let me check and see what's going on. I might have to jump off. Not yet. I'm gonna queue a dungeon, I think. Or is that a battleground? I don't even know. That was a dungeon, right? Yeah, random dungeon. We just need a healer. Or a tank. Let's see. Trinket. Eat your provisions restoring health and mana while out of combat. Okay, whatever. What's this? Trinket. Melting off hands. Stamina intellect. Catacombs torch. Stamina intellect. How about this boot? These boots? World Forge, agility, stamina. Oh, it's a neck. Actually, I'm almost level 23. I didn't realize I was so close. Let's go kill something. But I've seen a lot of streamers talking about Classic Plus, and a lot of them, or at least the 2 or 3 that I've seen, what they have said is kind of what I agree with. Is like if you release Classic Plus with no new classes and just with like new dungeons and stuff, people aren't going to be super excited about it, because what people have found out is, the one thing that makes a game feel fresh is having to play entirely new classes that you don't know anything about. It just naturally makes the game feel very fresh.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Okay, that's not working. Let's see. I screwed this up apparently. I mean, it's 1, right? It should be. Requires line formation. Oh. Shit. Line formation. And then this one requires line or tower. Which one's preferred? Which one would I rather be in? Tower? Probably line, I would imagine. Tower formation increases your chance to block. No, we'll leave it the way it is. Tower's fine. And then let's make sure that the skill is here. Okay, so now we should be able to just spam this keybind and sprint. Yep, perfect.
Lovely.
See, the one thing that like sucks, and I don't know what it is, but like there's a big delay. Like I don't know if it's because of my ping rate on the server, but when my abilities are available to me and I hit the buttons, there's a delay, like a significant delay before the skill triggers. So I'll try to demonstrate it for you because it's really annoying. It almost feels like when you're like on a hunter and you're trying to do like, you know, raptor strike or something, or you're on a warrior and you're trying to do like, you know, heroic strike, you know, where it has to wait for like an auto attack first. So if I charge in here, I'm going to charge. Right, I'm going to hit this skill. That went pretty quick. I'm going to hit that skill. I already hit it. It didn't trigger at all. Hit it again. It triggered the second time. Hit it. Okay, that time it triggered. Hit it. Didn't trigger.
Lovely.
Now it's on cooled. Like, I just think the skill is buggy because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually hit the reprisal. My weak aura said it was available, but when I looked down at the bottom, it said it was on cooldown. But when I hit it, it actually used it. And I do think that's because of the talent, because of this talent here, Valiant Effort. I think, you know, that procs it. You know, that removes the cooldown, but apparently my thing down here isn't properly showing it. I don't know. It's definitely buggy. It's not triggering every time I hit the button. So, anyways, get a couple talent points. I was gonna go into this one, increase my melee speed. This is pretty cool. Blue, did you see this one? I can actually learn polearm training. And there's 3 talent points, so it looks like if I put all 3 talent points in, it's going to increase my range. So I could have a polearm in one hand, a shield in the other, and with my polearm have a 6-yard increased range. That's insane. Or we can go with the shield, sword training, and have 30% haste, which, coupled with Valiant Effort, I think would be quite good. You know, because auto attacks have a chance to refresh the reprisal. So, and you know what I mean. So there's all these things. Like you can go into axe training and you can get crit. Like if you go into axe training, you get 2% crit and 5% crit damage. So you're going to get 6% crit, 15% crit damage with axe training. With mace training, you're going to get 24% armor penetration. I mean, all of these are crazy strong, like crazy strong. So it's like, which one do you go with? Do I feel like I'm being kited enough that I need polearm training? Not really, but I can see where, like in arena, that would be really useful. Like in arena where you're getting like rooted on a heal, you're trying to finish off a healer like in 2s or something, and they're like slowing you and rooting you. You know, having that extra 6 yards with polearm could be pretty useful. So I don't know. I'm gonna go into sword training, I think. I'm going to try going into sword training and try to get that 30% haste. And then on this side, we're going to go into We can either increase the range of our net, or we can increase this one, which I think this is the one we want. So damage dealt by pulverized has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown of RAM. So we're going to go with that. We're going to try to reset RAM cooldown. And so now we have more haste, and we have... I'm trying to... Because my main... You'll see my main damage rotation is just these 3 skills mostly. It's mostly these 3 abilities. So what I'm trying to do is put talent points into areas that make these available to me pretty much as often as possible. I don't want to have to wait, in between... I don't have to wait to use an ability because it's on cooldown for whatever reason, so we don't want any downtime. Right now, the downtime filler is pulverize, but now we just put a talent point into pulverize that has a 20% chance to reset RAM. And if we get 3 rams, then the 4th ram hits like super, super hard, which is this talent right here, Glory. At 3 stanks of Glory, your 4th ram will hit for 150% damage. So it hits much harder.
Lovely.
What is he doing?
Lovely.
Why do these idiots think they can just pull the whole dungeon? Maybe he can. I don't know, maybe he can.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Ramen fools. Zagreem! What's up, Zagreem? Ra, be quiet. Ra, be quiet. Cat's trying to get into the office. Ra, be quiet. Go play with your brother.
Lovely.
Oh, what? There, I'm gonna get rid of my pet because he's automatically looting everything, which is making all the loot come up in the middle of combat, which is probably pissing everybody off, so I'm gonna put my pet away and see if somebody else's pet does the same thing. Probably will, but... No, this is This is not what Classic is supposed to be like. No, this is not Classic Plus in my opinion. This is just your typical Ascension crap. Right? This is just like Ascension Bronzebeard but with new classes. It's really the only difference is they just added new classes and a few new content, you know. I guess we're needing that. I don't know. Increase your spell power? Greed. Greed. I can't move. Yeah, but this is definitely not Classic Plus. This is more like a retail WoW than Classic Plus. But what it does show you though is that people really like having class options, you know what I mean?
Lovely.
Yeah. I know everybody's playing the cocks and the cultists. Yeah. Yeah. Is that a sword? Ooh, that is. Oh, and I can't roll need on it. Come on, that's a huge upgrade for me. Oh, it's two hand. Okay. I thought it was one. I was gonna say one hand sword. That would have been great for me. Two hand sword, not so much. Yeah, I'll never play a Cox. I don't play the OP classes. Why would I do that? That's boring. I don't want to play the Cox. Who wants to be a cock anyway? Don't stand in the fire. Venomancer. Yeah, I think Venomancer. That's what Blue's playing. Blue's playing the Venomancer. The Blood Mage Mantle. Great. You can't Glade equip. You can't. No, you can. You can talent point into the. I'm not doing that though. I'm talent pointing because I like using a shield. Well, you can use a shield with the polearm. I definitely will try the polearm build at some point, but I'm talent pointing into the increased haste. Because, which I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but because I have this talent point here, Valiant Effort, which gives me my auto attack chance 50% to reset reprisal, and then I'm also using a sword, which obviously the Centurion Strike sword triggers 3 additional auto attacks. So the additional auto attacks play into this talent, which gives me a chance to reset reprisal, and then the sword training increased melee haste is also going to play into getting more attacks in, which is hopefully going to trigger more reprisals. That's what I'm doing right now, but yeah, there is polearm training, which I think could be really cool, especially in PvP. I think this could be great in PvP. Having 6 yards additional range with your abilities could be fantastic. Yeah, the cool thing, that's what's so cool about the polearm training is you can use the polearm with the shield. So I'm definitely gonna try it. I definitely gonna try it. I'll probably try it. Like first, I'm gonna try the sword training, and then we'll try that the polearm at some point in time too. So. I like this class. I just think there's like I have to say the cooldowns on some of the abilities feel a little bit lengthy. A lot of times when I'm in combat, I feel like the only ability I can use is Pulverize, so the rotation feels a little bit whack-a-mole-ish, and that's why I'm hoping some of these talent choices I'm choosing is going to keep Reprisal up like a lot. I want to keep Reprisal up like all the time because it does do good damage. Reprisal, and it also restores energy. So Reprisal. You can only use it after you block, but that's not really a big deal because we have multiple ways to block, to trigger blocks, so that's pretty easy to do. We've got this skill here, Heroic Resolve, which triggers a block. We also have this skill here, which triggers a block, Raise Shield, and then there's also talents that will increase the duration of Raise Shield, so we can look at that too. So we increase the duration of Raise Shield, which means we're going to block more often, which means we can use our charges as reprisal. So my whole talent build right now is playing around shield block and reprisal. I have not really gotten any super good drops yet, no. Oh, I guess, sorry. I'm sorry, Eva, I left group. I don't know if I can do another one. I gotta check. Hold on a second. Maybe my wife's not coming home tonight? I thought she was. I might have missed out on something. I'm sure she's coming home tonight. Yeah, no, we're good. We can do another battle round. Oh, whoa. What is the... Oh, this is the big one. Alright, let's do this. I'm just going to hide this. I don't want to see it. Wow, it's so bad. I'm sorry. This is so laggy. Like, it is really... The server's really... I really wish they'd open up another server. But a lot of people probably be a little bit hesitant to leave. But maybe not. But this server is very laggy. I'm pinging 100 right now, MS, which kind of blows. I can't get exit lag for this server to work. I don't know.
Lovely.
Did lag the whole? Yeah, it's just laggy, man. Super laggy.
Lovely.
Yeah, I don't. I've played it a couple times. It's just a big open warfare. It's just a lag fest usually. It's pretty much just a lag fest.
Lovely.
I mean, our team seems to be winning, but I don't. It's 7 minutes. Basically, whoever has the most points at the end of the timer wins. So it's just you're trying to rack as many kills as you can.
Lovely.
Man, that sprint I have is so badass. There's Grok. Hey, Grok, what's up? Good, Grok. Dude, Grok, you were so easy to see because you're so big. That flaming sword. I need to get more flaming stuff so I'm more visible. We are winning. We are winning this fight. I'm gonna try to get this guy. We won. We won! Victory! We have victory! Alright, let me do, let's do something here. Let's make my character a little bit easier to see. Let's do shield. What am I doing? Where's filter, 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 shield? Where's the big daddy? I don't want that one. I want this one. And chest. Plate. And plate. Wow, I do not have a lot of plate options, apparently. Yeah. We'll make ourselves look like a paladin. The glorious belts. says I have an invalid slot. What's the invalid slot? Oh, that's invalid. There we go. Oh, but we gotta do our cloak, though. Come on. Cloak. And then we need a different mount. Can't possibly run around this tiny mount with this stupid transmog we got going on. The Red Stallion. How about the Vulpine Familiar? I really don't like that shield. Alright, cool. Yeah, we finally won one. So now I look like a Sun Cleric, but I'm not a Sun Cleric, right? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we got enough for this. Nah. Yeah. I don't think that's a winning fight. I think that's a losing fight. Oh shit. They're gonna take stables. We're gonna get farm. I'm gonna try to fight off stables because we have rezzers that are rezzing up here. Oh, come on. I don't have a PvP trinket yet.
You were screwed.
I see that. I'm stunned. What a surprise. I'm stunned. What a surprise. I'm stunned for days. I've got to get it. I keep forgetting to get a PvP trinket, man. That shit kills me, man. 5-second stun. Ah. Alright. Come on, guys. Let's get this back. What are you doing? Why did they just run all... Why did my whole team run past the... Woo!
Lovely.
You can't outrun me. You can't outrun me. I don't think so. Why is he not going after the flag? Is there like... He's just... So one of our players is sitting here, but I guess he figures he can't take it by himself. Guess what? I'm stunned. What a surprise. Man, I'm gonna get totally kited. Look at this. What is this debuff? I can't even move.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I'm screwed. Ah, the kiting. The only way I can take him out is if I have my sprint off cooldown, which I didn't. My sprint I used to kill the other guy. So it's easy to kite a gladiator when your advance is on cooldown.
Lovely.
You were screwed.
Man, how did they do so much damage to me? The damage! What is the healing? Who is healing this person? Holy mother of macaroni! Well, you are not as tanky as your friend over here. Yeah, Grok, that was a tough fight. That what was that? What was that purple class we were fighting? She was like just kicking my ass. Like, we are what? We are Alliance. That was Horde damage. Was it a cultist? Was it? I don't remember her name. It was a cultist. I think it was a cultist, but I wish I knew what her name was. I don't know. Are the purples, so purple's like cultist or witch hunter? Let's do a recount. She might, I don't think it'll show up here. Damage taken? Grok took a lot of damage there. Grok, you were taking some damage. I took much less damage than Grok. But I haven't reset this recently. Let's reset this. we got at least we got lumber mill, right? Let's do we have the bandana? Let's do the bandana. I think I've got a yellow bandana, don't I? No? There it is. We could do the red. Let's do the red. Alright, let's go, Grok. Let's head towards... let's go towards farm. Let's go to farm in the back, because someone's going to attack that. Let's just see if we can get a little fight over here at farm. I guarantee you someone's going to try to snag it. We could help on the bridge here, too, if we wanted to. Someone's going to try to take farm, though. 2 casters. I don't know where Grok is. I'm going farm. There's Grok. He's coming up behind me. Oh, no, Grok is fine. There's some people rezzing over here. Farm should be okay. Let's go. I don't think we can help the bridge. Everybody's dead at the bridge. Yeah, I saw there's some over on the other bridge over here. So shit, I don't know what to attack now. There's too many at BS. I guess they're hitting farm. So let's just stay here and defend. Okay, yeah, let's go farm. The rest of our team's going up for stables, so we got to get stables. Here's the purple one. It's what is it? It's a Fellsworn. Shit, Fellsworn?
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
I'm totally dead. Yeah. It was a Fellsworn, I think. Fellsworns are really tanky. I don't know if it's a Fellsworn tank. My character does no damage. Look at the 3,400 damage. The problem with the Gladiator, I feel like, is the damage just doesn't come out fast enough. You actually can hit fairly hard, but it's not coming out quick enough. But I am only level 23, so maybe when I get to 28 or 29, it'll be better. I'm just not sure yet.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, look, I'm stunned. Imagine that. Imagine that, being stunned. Does it? Yeah, it's decreases your attack power by 20% of your strength, which is that's a pretty good bump. My strength is okay, well, so that's only 16 attack power. So we need a lot more strength. I mean, if we could get some enchanters up here, Blue, like start enchanting our gear and really kind of twinking it out, that would certainly help. But right now, I feel pretty weak. But which is cool, but they nerfed all the tanks. That's what I don't get. No tank specs right now should be any good, you know. Gronk, run, run, damn you!
You were screwed.
Just like, did you see, like, there were, what were the blue ones? So the blue ones are what, the mages? We're okay. So the horde. So Fellsworn, there's cultists. I think it's a lot of cultists and Fellsworns. What are the blue ones? Here, this one. That is a rune master. Man, like, rooted. Look at that. I'm rooted.
Lovely.
I feel like, I think someone said the other day that they felt like there was a lot of melee in this game, but I feel like the casters are dominating the meta. I feel like the only person I see at the top of the meta that's is melee is usually is a Cox, right? Like, you see a lot of other people. I guess the Fellsworn maybe. Are they melee? Like the cultists, usually the people that are cultists doing a lot of damage are casters, I think. Stallcrawler tank is garbage now, I think, after the nerf. Ranger's obviously ranged. There's a Guardian here that's doing decent, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Yep, it could be. That's the thing. Is like every class can be everything almost. So you just don't know. You're like, you don't know like what they. And wouldn't it be nice if like if the meter of the damage did a breakdown of what their damage was, like so you. I mean, I'm kind of glad it doesn't. They have melee and mage. Okay, the Fellsworn feel pretty strong. Like here's a human cultist, and here's a ranger. Here's a ranger. Look at that, I'm stunned. What a surprise. What a surprise, I'm stunned. I can't believe it.
Lovely. Lovely.
And I'm stunned yet again. Cultisphere. This is a cultisphere.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
Somebody's healing me. Somebody's healing me. I don't know who it was. Oh, there's no way I'm living that long. Somebody had to be healing me, right? I think showing the specs would be nice, but I also think it would be bad too. I kind of like that we don't know what's going on. I like that you have to almost like roll the character and play it. I like that. So I actually am really glad that we can't see like a breakout of the damage because now when I see classes that are kicking my ass, which is everybody's kicking my ass to be honest, but when I see that, it makes me want to play the class and figure out what can this class do. The best way to really handle all these other classes is to learn them. Is to learn the classes. You have to play every class to learn what they can do and that's what I think is so intriguing about Conquest of Azeroth. I think once you know all the classes, and then I'm not sure this game will be as fun. I'm not sure, because I do feel like this. It just feels so much more like retail. The combat's a lot more fast paced. There's so much more stuns and roots, which is just like retail. WoW, you know. It does. But remember, I think it only shows like. Like, I mean, it's not going to show like the player's name, I don't think. Like if you got like damage meter, whatever that other damage add-on is, it might do it. Like I can see damage taken, right? And I can go down to my character and I can click on me, right? And I can say Cheryl took damage from, and it does. Yeah, it does. So here, if we, actually it does. So if we click on the person's name, you can see Blade of Empire, Hammer of Twilight, Rift, Gaze of Seathun. This is I think the melee is only 6%. Most of this guy's damage is Primordial Blast. Average, most of his damage is Twin Slice, which I don't even, it sounds like a melee ability. Most of this person's damage, this is definitely a cultist. It's Wrath of the Black Empire. That's a ranged ability. Horror Bolt is a ranged ability. The other ones, all ranged abilities. Valeria is the Ranger, because it's Poison Quiver, Quick Shot. That's all ranged shit. But what I'm trying to get at is I feel like the ranged specializations are stronger right now. You know what I mean? So, because there's so much CC, there's so much rooting, like, so I feel like, and I'm not the kind of person who likes to play range. I like melee. I tend to lean towards melee. So, one thing that's going to be interesting is there is like reflection, right? I'm trying to remember where it's at, but there is like spell reflect on this character. Here it is. Reflective Shield. Raise your shield to reflect the next harmful spell. But it's only one spell, which, like, isn't... I mean, that's good against, like, maybe one big spell, but it's not... unless it's on a really short cooldown, which it's not, 20 seconds. So being able to, like, reflect one spell every 20 seconds is pretty weak, to be honest. It needs to be more like World of Warcraft's PvP, retail PvP skill, where you throw up a shield and it reflects every spell for, like, 3 seconds. So you throw up like this shield, and it'll reflect every spell for like 3 seconds. That's what you need here, because, reflecting one spell, who cares, man? That's good for like if it's like, a Stormbringer and they're throwing the long arm of the law, or whatever. I always forget the name of that spell, that arm thingy. If you reflect that, yeah, because that thing hits like a ton. Yeah, Stormbringer, that's what I heard. They have to ramp up that ability. Yeah. Anyway, so I think I've played... This is what's been happening to me. I'll tell you guys. What's been happening to me is... Let's see, do I have my... Yeah, let's go to Storm. What's been happening to me is I've been playing characters, I'm beginning up to the mid-20s, and that's when I've felt like I've had to switch and play something else. Because every time I get to around mid-20, I feel like... either I like the character and I want to try something else, or I don't like the character and I feel like it's not that great. Like this character, I feel like it's okay. Like this Gladiator feels like okay. There's so much more to learn with all these characters, man. It's just insane. Alright, so we got upgrade there. We've got a sword, which is definitely an upgrade. And this is, we don't care. And then 2 stamina, 2 strength. Sure, why not? Yeah, there's 21 classes. Whoa, why are we hitting a loading screen? You like the server? Yeah, I'm having fun. I don't know why we're hitting a loading screen here. I was just running into Stormwind. That was weird. You're playing Necro? Whoa. That was weird that we hit a loading zone just walking into Stormwind. Server's running really Really laggy, like really laggy.
Need help? Life bless you.
Yeah, but I gotta think. One thing I liked about the Star Call, one thing that was kind of cool with the Star Caller is you did have some ranged abilities. They didn't hit like super hard, but you did have some ranged abilities, which was kind of nice. Being able to shoot arrows, even though they didn't do like 10 damage, they did some damage. So, but they nerfed the tank spec, so I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at the Star Caller and see if there's another spec that I would like. But I'm still trying to find like that class that nobody plays. You know what I mean? You've had your eye on the Star Carpet. The Guardian's pretty cool. This is the Gladiator. The Gladiator is pretty cool. I like the Gladiator, but it feels like the abilities come through a little bit slow. Like I feel like I can't get through my skills very quickly. That's why I was pushing the 30% speed increase. The Sun Cleric. I liked the Sun Cleric. I thought the Sun Cleric was good, but it just felt... I was playing the tank spec, and I felt in PvP the tank spec felt kind of weak. And that was before they nerfed tank damage by 20% and increased damage tanks take by 50%. So now I'm sure the tank's really garbage. You think Ranger and the Witch Hunter was one I thought about trying. You know, I thought about trying the Witch Hunter. The Cultist I thought looked kind of interesting. Stormbringer is like insanely powerful. Like, I'm just not a caster. Like whatever class I play, it has to be either a hybrid or it has to be melee. I'm not going to play a pure caster. I just don't enjoy. I don't enjoy channeling. I don't enjoy standing still channeling. I just don't. Like if there's a caster that has a lot of mobility and has a lot of instant cast, like a fire mage from like Shadowland, early Shadowlands, World of Warcraft, something like that. That I could play. And then I tried to play the Blood Mage, the tank specialization, but again, I didn't feel like it was that great. But I was only level 10. And now they've nerfed the tank. So, but I would say the Blood Mage healing spec looks really fun. I really like the animations on the Blood Mage healer. She shoots out these big tendrils that hit people, and she heals like multiple people at once. So her AoE healing looks super strong. So, yeah, I was thinking about playing a Reaper. I don't really know much about the Reaper, so, but that's definitely a class that I could think about playing. So I've played Starcaller, Cultist, Guardian, Sun Cleric, and Blood Mage. Pretty much the ones I've tried so far. But anyways, I'm gonna take a break. I got like sweat in my eye or something. My face is all greasy. I need to take a shower. I haven't taken a shower today. I got up and I went right to work. I work from home, and I worked, and then I didn't. Normally I take a shower after work, but I didn't this time. So I need a shower. So I'm gonna get off and take a shower, and then I'll think about like what I'm gonna play. Like I'm not sure. I think the Gladiator is interesting because it's like it's definitely got some really cool abilities. Like I love the sprint. The sprint's really cool. I like the charge. I like the spell reflect and stuff. I'm concerned about the magic damage that I'm taking. Like the big concern on this character is I'm taking a lot of magical damage, and I haven't really had a chance, any way to really kind of mitigate that. So that's the concern currently. But there are stuff that we are going to get that will help with that. We just haven't gotten it yet. So. Let's go with, what is this? Oh, it's a rogue. What was that one sword that we started with? Trying to find that sword that we started this character with at level 1. It was kind of a cool looking sword. It was this one. And then shield. Yeah, it's not that one. What's leather? No. No. Nah, whatever. I don't like these legs. I can sit here and play around in the transmog for like ever. Leather. That's the one I wanted. Anyways, and the belt. There, just something that's not so as annoying as that crazy other outfit was a little bit too over the top. Is what tanky? The gladiator? The gladiator is like you have a little bit of tankiness for sure. I mean, you've got this ability that you've got shield blocks, so you can block attacks. You've got an ability where you can reduce damage taken by 50%. The problem is Conquest of Azeroth has insane burst damage. There's so much damage. And the other thing is there's so much CC. There's so much roots and stuns and fears, and it's like retail. Wow, that's the best explanation I can give it. Is it feels a lot to me like playing retail, because it's just a lot of I'm not a fan of tons of roots and CC. I think a class should have like maybe like certain classes, like if you're playing like a rogue, yeah, it makes sense. A rogue's got a couple different types of CC, but I just don't think I think there's too much CC in the game, to be honest. There's just too much. I would prefer the combat to revolve more around the knowing your rotations, knowing how to counter certain tactics that another player is trying to utilize. To me, that's more fun. Trying to work around the abilities and playing into your strengths and not playing into your weaknesses, and you know what I mean. Which comes down to like positioning and kiting and picking your situations correctly and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to just running in there and doing a 3-button rotation from fucking Knight of Cock, the Cox that blows people up in 2 seconds. Or a Stormbringer who ramps up their ability, goes in and drops the long arm of death or whatever it's called, and so. But and we don't know. The other thing too is I don't know what the classes are going to be balance wise at 60. You know what I mean? We don't even know like at 60 how. I know I've got a couple tier list. I got a tier list I found that talked about what the tier list was for PvP about a year ago, and from that tier list, the classes that were at the top were Stormbringer, the Knight of Azeroth I think was up there, Stormbringer, and I'm trying to think what the other ones were. I think I think Necro was up there. I think Necromancer was up there, and maybe a couple other. But they were primarily, casters. I think Cultist might have been up there, but it was more casters than it was. Here, I'll pull up the video because it's easy enough to find. And again, I don't know how accurate this video is now because this was like a year ago. Stormbringer deletes everyone. Yes. Stormbringer PvP. Shadow Hunter guide. Here's a Shadow Hunter guide. Interesting. So we're starting to see more videos coming out. We're seeing a lot of Stormbringer stuff because Stormbringer Barbarian is broken. I haven't really played Barbarian. Barbarian is pretty strong though. Here's which class should you play? I watched some of that video. Wow, there's a lot more stuff. Okay, so here's the video.
So it can be a bit rough trying to get uptime on.
So here, now this says 2 years ago, but it really wasn't 2 years ago. It was, what was July? I guess it was 2 years ago. I thought it was a year ago. This is a PvP tier list from 2 years ago. I don't know how much the classes have changed since then, but you can see Barbarians up there. Fellsworn, I believe that's Fellsworn, is up there. You've got, I think Necro. Necromancer's up there. Primalist is up there. And again, caster. Now, the Barbarian isn't a caster, but the playstyle he has, he throws axes. So he plays with a lot of ranged abilities. And I don't really know anything about the Fellsworn. I don't really know what their playstyle is. I just know that when I go up against them one-on-one, they're usually a pain in the ass. Ranger is A tier. Reaper A tier. The Son of Aragol was like S+ tier. Son of Aragol, but Son of Aragol doesn't exist anymore. Son of Aragol became Blood Mage. But Son of Aragol was like super OP. That's why they changed it. Rune Master A tier. Starcaller A tier. Stormbringer. That can't be right. Yeah, Stormbringer is like A tier. So let's just go to the end. So, but these are the ones at the top. Son of Aragol, Barbarian, Necromancer, Fellsworn, and then what is this? Pyro? Was it Pyro? Primalist. Yeah. Well, I think I kind of doubt it's melee that's sitting up there at the top. From what I'd be surprised if that was a melee. Well, I'm gonna guess this is caster. Now this is melee, and then Barbarian's kind of melee, but the Barbarian has a lot of range abilities too. And then Fellsworn, I'm not really sure. And then here you're getting into ranged. You've got Venomancer, which obviously is really strong. You got a melee here with the Reaper, and then you've got the Tinker thing, whatever it is. You got the Rune Master, and you've got the Storm. This is ranged. So, but you'll notice that a lot of the melees are kind of like melee, kind of melee. Cultist. This depends on what you're building. I don't know what this is. It was a Witch Doctor or something. I don't know what this is. Chronomancer.
So you have a lot. The ranged version of this would probably be a lot better.
Witch Hunter down at the C tier, so
because
so he's got the Witch Hunter. But again, this is 2 years ago. This is 2 years ago. So who knows what? This probably is nowhere near accurate anymore. So the one to the right of the Cultist is the Cox. You mean this one here? This is Cox. Yeah, it's funny that the Cox. So yeah, so this is not going to be totally accurate. But if you just looking at PvP, Stormbringer obviously is super strong. Shadow Hunter. I'm not sure what Shadow Hunter is. I guess it's probably some sort of ranger spec. Stormbringer, I hit like a truck. Here's a PvP tier list from 6 days ago. Let's take a look. Actually, I watched some of this, and it was the part that was bad about this guy's tier list is he didn't tell what the specs were. He's like, yeah, Cox is S tier, but he didn't say what spec. And he's like, oh yeah, Fellsworn's S tier. Well, which spec of Fellsworn?
Then I would go SRBG's low key, not that good.
But he's got Cultists up there, Fellsworn, Knight of Azeroth. Yeah, no explanation of why they're so good. No explanation of what spec they're running. Just like, yeah, Stormbringer's A tier. I'm like, dude, put a shirt on and learn how to fucking do a video, man. But I don't even know what this one is. Stormbringer, Reaper. Starcaller, he's got down as C tier, Barbarian C tier, and I don't agree with these. I can't imagine a Barbarian C tier. I'm sorry,
They do damage though.
and Venomancer B tier.
I could put them in B.
He's thinking about putting Venomancer in C initially. Venomancer's definitely got it. It depends on what spec they are, right? I saw a Venomancer caster that was doing insane damage in a battleground. And Blood Mage also. I've seen Blood Mages do a lot of damage, so I don't know. It depends on what spec it is. So, but the classes I've played are the Sun Cleric, Storm. I really haven't played Stormbringer. I went to level 4. Right? That doesn't count. I played Sun Cleric, Blood Mage, Starcaller, and Guardian. A little bit of Cultist. You know. So, yeah, he doesn't see what level either. So, but I don't know what to play next. I mean, it's crazy. There's so much stuff. I think the Tinker looks kind of cool. I don't know anything about Rune Master. I see a few Rune Masters here and there, but I don't know what their playstyle's like. There's another video that I'll probably go through while I'm AFK, while I'm away from the game here, guys. I'm going to go through this other video. See if I can find it again. And it's a pretty cool video. It's a PvE video. Yeah, where the guy just talks about, let's see. I think it's this one.
Does. Who should play Guardian?
Yeah, it's this one. This guy just kind of runs through each of the classes, and he kind of just gives a general overview of, you know, what the class is, what roles they can do, and then what they're kind of like, the lore around them a little bit is, or what the, you know, thematically what the class is, you know, is it so, and he kind of talks about, you know, who might like this class or who might not like this class. So this was a pretty decent video. He didn't put like markers though, which I guess he does. So we got Witch Hunter back down here. I wanted to take a look at Witch Hunter. Why is my computer so slow? It's Witch Doctor? There's Witch Doctor and there's Witch Hunter. Let's take a look at the Witch Hunter first.
Absolutely love the fantasy here. You're not a soldier. You're not a knight. You're carrying a crossbow, a silver blade, grenades, potions, everything you need to hunt monsters. I absolutely love the fantasy here. You're not a soldier. You're not a knight. You're a professional hunter, the kind of person people call when something terrifying shows up in the woods. Gameplay looks extremely mobile. You're constantly moving, keeping your distance, looking for the perfect opportunity to strike before disappearing again. This is definitely going to appeal to players who enjoy outplaying opponents through positioning instead of standing toe-to-toe. Who should play Witch Hunter? Hunter players, rogue players, PvP enthusiasts, anyone who enjoys mobility. Who should avoid it? Players who like standing still casting huge spells. Hashtag Knight of Exorath. Okay, this class sounds absolutely insane. The Knights of Zorath aren't just knights. They're literally demons.
So I haven't seen many Witch Hunters. Like, I don't think I've seen too many Witch Hunters, so I don't know. Let's just do another search. And we're just going to see.
Who should play
Or actually, you know what? Let's just Google it. Let's just do like a search outside of YouTube. Conquest of Azeroth. PvP tier list. Okay, so we got it right here. Here's one from I don't know when did this come out? This came out July 8th, so like 6 days ago, or something, whatever, 7. So Knight of Zoroth, undisputed PvP king, Fellsworn checks nearly every PvP box. Unlike some specs that require setup, Fellsworns are constantly pressure. They can immediately create kill opportunities, tend to dominate, and Fellsworns excel at that. Cultists combine strong self-healing, excellent survivability, consistent damage, and strong pressure over time. Even average players can generate tremendous value. Cultist isn't necessarily the highest damage spec, but it's one of the hardest to kill while still dealing meaningful damage. And in the A tier, you've got the Reaper. Many players argue that Reaper belongs in S tier. Massive survivability, huge health. Okay, I think we might have to play Reaper, guys. Massive survivability. That's what I like. I like survivability. Massive survivability, huge health pool, excellent pressure, strong melee dominance. The only reason it stays A tier is because it hasn't been fully tested at higher levels. Primalists. We've seen a lot of Primalists. Likely one of the most complete PvP classes. Strong utility, good sterility, good burst, excellent mobility, multiple viable builds. Many players overlook Primalist because it isn't flashy, but it consistently performs well. Yeah. No, and it doesn't have to be a shield. I mean, I think, yeah, it doesn't have to be a shield. I love shields, but, you know, my shield fantasy always falls flat on its face most times because they just don't build around it well enough. Stormbringer ranking comes from its frightening damage potential. The channeling build currently hits extremely hard. The downside is it requires proper positioning, and it's more vulnerable than S tier specs, which is true. I've killed Stormbringers just by jumping on them and beating them up, you know. Runemaster is likely underrated, strong range pressure, powerful scaling, and then Sun Cleric for the surprise winners, good damage, great sustain, difficult to kill, strong utility. Many players expect Sun Cleric to be a healer, focus class, but its DPS PvP build appears extremely effective. Tinker offers utility, consistent pressure, and strong battlefield control. It doesn't completely dominate fights like the Knight of Azeroth. Then you get out to the B tier Witch Hunter. Guardian is difficult to rank, very tanky, strong defensive toolkit, hard to kill, doesn't create much pressure, doesn't dominate battlegrounds. That's the guy. See, I hate how, what I don't like about these tier lists is you're not telling what spec they're running. You're just saying the class. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should say what specialization, because, you know, I mean, a cultist running a healer specialization isn't, you know, I don't know. Or maybe he's grouping all the specs together as like, oh, like overall this class is, because of all these specs, you know, this is where it ranks. I don't know. But I would love to see what specs they're talking about. Venomancer is annoying rather than oppressive. Dot pressure, sustained damage, attrition playstyle. Doesn't immediately threaten kills. Less impactful and random battleground chaos. Necromancer, Ranger, Pyromancer. If you go all the way down to the C tier, look at Starcaller. Starcaller isn't weak. It simply doesn't feel threatening. Witch Doctor, Templar, Blood Mage, Chronomancer, and Barbarian. I don't see any Chrono. I've only seen one Chronomancer, I think. Like, in the last 3 or 4 days, I've seen one Chronomancer, right? Best PvP classes, though. Knight of Azeroth, Fellsworn, Cultist, Reaper, Primalist. The Reaper, out of those, the Reaper would be the one I would want to play the most. And this guy's got Necromancer, Pyromancer. Now, okay, that's S tier. Necromancer. Here you go, Barbarian. When was this? See, this doesn't say when it was created. This is a wiki, so this could be really old. But he's got Barbarian up there, Ranger and Witch Doctor, all in the S tier, which this other guy had way down in the rankings. This one, though, is more current. I think this is an old list, because I remember Barbarian Brutality was really good a couple years ago. So I just don't think it is anymore.
Oh, dude, you're a legend.
Then we got this guy who's douchebaggery. What are the Conquest of Azeroth classes? And then this is the same article. I think this one's probably fairly accurate because it aligns with what I'm seeing. Like, I'm definitely seeing Primalist and Stormringers. Sorry. Definitely seeing Zoroth, Fellsworn, and Cultists doing very, very well in PvP. That's been pretty consistent. I've also seen Primalists do well. I've seen Stormringers do well. I've seen Sun Clerics get pretty high on the damage meter. I have seen Reapers up there, but not as much as you would think. I haven't seen as much of Reapers. And then I thought Necromancers were pretty good, though, but he's only got him down here at the B tier. Haven't seen that many Pyromancers. I don't see hardly any Starcallers now that they nerfed tanks. Since they nerfed tanks, the Starcallers just kind of disappeared. Metrics is playing Reaper.
This is day 3 of Ascension Cups. Or, I mean, Soul Shock some people. Who do we kill?
They got
Let's
stealth.
just go to the back and kill one of these. Let's tap this.
Metrics is a really good PvP player. Like, some people don't like him, but he's actually a very skilled PvP player, and he plays like every private server. So, you know, if Metrics is playing a class, he's probably going to be pretty good at it.
This guy, and maybe kill this one. He's casting Epoch. What the hell?
Yeah, I know, right?
Ah!
There's a spell called
Mobility.
Epoch.
Ah, I'm too slow. Too slow with my stuff. Yes.
Oh,
okay, one
boom.
is down. Let's go. I'm not an easy target, brother. I have no idea what I'm doing or what you are doing, but I'm not going down easily. Why am I pairing everything? Oh, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. What is this? Ah. Witch Hunter, level 18. Yeah, you can see the HP difference. I'm not used to using my mobility cooldowns. I have Scythe Rush and Veil Walk. I'm still lacking any
Feels like a rogue, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a rogue, you know?
kind of slow or crowd control outside of Sap, but Sap is like doesn't help much. So who's winning? My team. Hey, we're winning actually. Ranger, Reaper, and Stormbringer are at the top. I don't know, I feel like I'm a good damage dealer, but I just don't have enough gap closers and stuff. Can I be used on the same target more than once every 2
I think, honestly, like, I think I want to go back and play my Sun Cleric. I want to go play the Sun Cleric again, but what really sucks is they killed the tank specs, so... You know, let me check my wife and see if she's on her way home. Okay, my wife may be... I don't know what's going on. It's almost 10 o'clock and she's not on her way home, so I don't... Oh, you know what? I think she's staying the night there. She took her pillow with her, and she would never take her pillow there if she wasn't going to be sleeping there. All right, so I guess my wife's not coming home tonight. So that means more streaming. But I'm going to take a break, take a shower, and then I'll just come back and I'll start streaming again. But I really wish I could play the Sun Cleric again, because I really liked the Sun Cleric. And I liked the Sun Cleric originally back in the day when Ascension first came, when Conquest of Azeroth first came out. If you go back to my channel and look for Sun Cleric, it's one of the first classes I ever played. You can see 4 years ago, you know, and you can see I have a video here called the Sun Cleric, my favorite class so far. So this is back in the day, you know, 4 years ago. And they had this, like, come on, what's with... I think I have too many I have, like, too many browsers open. I have, like, 10,000 browsers open, guys. Yeah. Oh, this is like level 1 though. This is like level 1. But they had like these hammers they threw, and I haven't seen that on my Sun Cleric. They had like these hammers that they threw out. I didn't think that, Sun Cleric, right? A support class. Like this cleric, I was thinking this character's probably going to struggle damage-wise, but wow, that was totally wrong. This character does way more damage than this character hits harder than the Witch Hunter. Like, hits way harder than the Witch Hunter. So, but completely different. That's pretty funny that I'm saying that when I'm like level 6. Hey, it's way harder than Witch Hunter. I'm like level 6. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I do know that the Sun Cleric, you can see the Sun Cleric is in the A tier, but that is like as a damage dealer, like as a caster, I think, or sort of. I don't even know if the Sun Cleric, like the caster spec is, I don't know if it incorporates some melee into it. So overall class tiers. You've got the Sun Cleric, he's got the C tier. I think this is, oh, no, wait, here, this is, wow, this is recent. This is July 2026 launch. Community tier consensus after July 3rd. Is this this is PvE or is this PvP? So this is a fairly recent article. PvP tier list leveling in dungeons. Well, what, this does, oh, PvE, I misread that. So that's PvE. Here we go. We were looking at the wrong thing. PvP rankings differ slightly from PvE. Burst damage. Okay, so this doesn't even make any sense. Like, this says July 2026 launch. I think what this is this article is, like, really old, but they knew that the launch was going to be in 2026. I don't know, man. I wish I knew when this article came out. Because this tier list is so different than the other one. I mean, he's got Cultist in B tier. And he's got, like, S tier. He's got Chronomancer in S tier. And Witch Hunter in S tier. And he's got Sun Cleric. I don't even know where he has Sun Cleric. Is it like not even in the list? Like, where's Sun Cleric? Reaper, Fellsworn, Stormbringer. At least he tells what spec they are. Thank God somebody's got half a brain. Barbarian, Brutality spec. Necromancer, Animation spec. Chronomancer, Duality. Thank God somebody actually puts the right specs in. But apparently here, let's go to the full analysis. Let's see what this is. Cultist. Lower class, Sons of Aragorn remastered. And see, Sons of Aragorn isn't even in the game anymore, so this has to be old. Yeah, this has to be old. Yeah, and this is the same video. that we were just
I
looking-
thought we needed a little PvP tier list, so here we are. Just
I
keep in
thought
mind,
we
these are
needed
my
a little
opinions.
PvP
I'm
tier list.
100% going to place these wrong. That's
Yeah.
just how it is.
This
I
is-
mean,
Yeah, this is the video we already watched. So this is 2 years old. Even though it says July 2026 release, which is interesting. How would they know it was going to release? So somebody went through and like updated this article, but didn't update it, the rest of it. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm not really excited about playing like a rogue style play, Blue. I'm not sure if playing a rogue is really what I want to play. It's not really my. What I don't like about stealth classes is I love rogues. I mean, I played rogues back in vanilla back in 2004. 2004, 2005, 2006. I played a lot of rogue, and I loved it. I loved rogue, but I like to get into a battleground and actually do something. And a lot of times when you're on a rogue, you spend a lot of time stealth and kind of positioning yourself, and so it gets a little boring. You're kind of like, oh, I'm going to stealth over here and stealth cap this node, or I'm going to stealth over here and wait for this guy to leave so I can kill this guy. You spend a lot of time not engaging in combat. And I really want to play the bruiser style. I want a character that's tanky, that can get in there and beat up on, can take 2-on-1s and win. And, somebody who's like kind of, and everybody would probably say, well, that's the Knight of Zoroth. Well, I don't want to play a Knight of Zoroth. So it says here that the Reaper does have massive survivability. So I don't know. I mean, the Reaper we may have to try the Reaper. Yeah, I think we may have to just try it because it sounds like it might be one of the better classes for me. I don't know. They made that change though that they made to the tanks to nerf the tanks so hard. Like, if they're gonna nerf like a specialization like tanks so hard, that means they're probably gonna make other changes as well. So hopefully they are going to try to balance classes and not do the knee-jerk reaction they did on tanks, because the knee-jerk reaction they did on tanks was bullshit. Right? That was some crap. You basically just took tanks that were very strong and basically just killed them. You just killed them, right? I tried to play my Star Crawl yesterday, and admittedly I hadn't played my Star Crawl in 2 or 3 days, but man, I felt like I was just getting destroyed. And I thought it was just me because I had played the class in 2 days and I was just rusty. But then that's when Evo said, "Oh, well, yeah, Evo or somebody in the stream chat said, "Oh, yeah, they nerfed the tanks. You're taking 15% more damage. Or no, you're taking 20% more damage and you're doing 15% less damage." And I'm like, well, shit. You got 2 people hitting you doing 20% more damage. You're going to feel that. You were definitely going to feel that. So, anyways, I'm out of here for now, guys. I'll come back in, maybe in a couple hours. So I hope you guys are having a good one. And I will catch you later, man.